Alright, welcome to another episode of the Nahatsi podcast. And in this week's episode, I will be talking about a movie review for Jurassic World Dominion and as well a TV show review for Jurassic World in Camp Cretaceous. So I wanted to hold off on the review for the movie review and to be able to talk about both the movie and the TV show, since the TV show is more animated and different in its own realm, but in a way very similar as well. So I wanted to be able to talk about both at the same time and be able to have it as one big podcast. So with the movie for Jurassic World Dominion, I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. I wouldn't say it was great or anything, but it did have its moments, and to be able to get right down into it, we did have the legacy characters to be able to come back. That was really cool with Anna Malcolm, of course, Dr. Grant, and as well Ellie being able to come back, being able to have Ian Malcolm as well, which is really cool as always, and mixed in with the regular characters, the new characters, as of late with Claire and Owen being able to be in the mix with them. We did over time, like in the Lost World, see Dr. Ian Malcolm with his own team and everything, so we didn't really get to see him with the other characters, just him and other people as well. In Jurassic Park 3, we did get to see Dr. Grant and Ellie, but just a little bit from Ellie and more so Dr. Grant and other people. So now we get to see everyone back together since Jurassic Park, the original. So I was really curious to see how they were able to come together and everything, and being able to see Owen and Claire in the mix with them. I like the interactions with them, and they were able to basically hold their own and get along and everything, which is really cool. Of course, Dr. Grant and Malcolm basically having their fair share of problems, but they're able to outwork things out over time, which is really nice to be able to see that. We did get to see Macy Lockwood. She's able to come back since the last previous film, being able to work things out and be able to deal with Claire and Owen as their daughter. Basically, they were able to bring her in as their own and being able to help them out. As of late, we see also with Blue being able to have a baby and everything to be able to adopt. So Blue wasn't always far away, and basically watching Owen and Claire uh, basically to see how they are and everything. So they weren't too far behind in terms of didn't really get to go anywhere else. Just watching them over. The other dinosaurs basically all spread out in different parts of the world, but you get to see that and how they handle and everything on that. So I was really interested to see if they were going to be able to gather them all together and put them on another island, but that wasn't really the case. They decided to actually keep them as they are in the wild with everyone else and being able to be separated that way. So I didn't really expect that. We did get to see news updates to see how they're doing and what they're being able to do and how they adapt. We did get to see that. On top of that, so we did have also with Bison, the corporation, basically since the beginning, being able to deal with these other creations of theirs, and one of them now being with locusts and being able to destroy crops and everything, and one of the main problems. So that's what brings the legacy characters mixed in with Claire and Owen, and to be able to stop them, and also with Macy being basically captured, dealing with Dr. Wu and everything, and basically over time letting her go and everything, and being able to stop the locusts and being able to make sure they don't destroy anything and make sure things are put to an end. So it's interesting to see how he was able to turn around and change for the better, which is good, since basically being a part of with Bison and being able to deal with them and being able to deal with basically Engine and all that stuff. So it was good to actually finally see him turn around on that. So again, I just felt like the dinosaurs should have been on a different island and being able to move them there, but looks like they'll be able to still be separated throughout the world and everything, and still be able to do their thing there. So I thought that was interesting. We did see other new characters get involved too, as well for Clarice and Owen, which is really nice to be able to help them out too, especially with the locusts and the other problems that they were able to deal with. So I really enjoyed that too, part of the mix as well. So overall, I thought it was good, and I did enjoy it for what it was. That's just my thoughts on that. Now getting into the TV show, and with it being animated, I really thought it would have been really cool to see this get into the actual movies and everything. It does take place through Jurassic World 1 and as well a bit of Fallen Kingdom, so there's a little bit of different times in that with the Camp Cretaceous part and everything, being able to deal with the kids and trying to actually get off the island. It takes them quite a bit too, and to see how they were able to get not only to where they are now to try and get out of it, but they were able to hold their own over time. Where we had the characters in Kenji, Brooklyn, Sammy, Darius, Yasmina. We did get to see Henry Wu on this too, to see how he's been handling things on that song. Basically, dealing with the likes of Bison again still for that. But after time, and it did take a good amount of time to actually eventually get off the island, where we did get to see Fidarius and his brother to be able to find them and be able to bring them back home and everything. So that was really cool to be able to see that, and being able to have the camp leaders be with the brother and make sure they get everyone out, and to be able to stop everyone else, especially with Bison trying to deal with robots and trying to control things and everything. They were able to be stopped, and everything with Kenji's dad being basically a part of that. And so I'm happy that we're able to actually end things on that before actually leaving the island. There are many times trying to leave, but it didn't work out, like with the boat and everything. That didn't go as planned. So it took until the brother actually came about and able to help everyone out and be able to deal with the camp leaders and actually get them out of there, which was really cool. I did love the LGBTQ actually representation, not only in Dominion, but also for Camp Cretaceous, which is really awesome to be able to see that as well. So that really was dope to see. So again, I just really would have liked to see this basically live action, actually see how they were able to deal with things in terms of Jurassic World and as well for Fallen Kingdom, and actually be a part of the movies. I thought that would be really cool, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if they'll be doing something else like this again or not. That remains to be seen, but I thought it was really cool, definitely cute, and highly recommended for sure on that. So that's it with the TV show and as well with the movie. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Definitely leave it in the comment section as well. If you're watching on the YouTube side of things, definitely be sure to subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Hit the like button, notification bell. It definitely helps out with the algorithm for me as well, and as well to have other podcast episodes. We're on Anchor and Spotify, and basically where we get your podcasts, and we're basically on all the socials. So be sure to check out Instagram and as well as Twitter as well to stay up to date for the In the Hot Seat podcast. But that's it for this week. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time on In the Hot Seat.